Well, Duke Nukem is back, but there's been some mixed reception with this brand new re-release of Duke Nukem 3D. Here are my thoughts on them. I'm pretty much mixed about it. On one side, I do want to have Duke Nukem 3D on Xbox One, and it's also nice to see there are 8 new maps made by the original level designers, so that's really cool and interesting. But at the same time, $20 for an old game is pretty ridiculous, and it's also because Gearbox took down Megaton Edition off of Steam and PSN. And yes, PlayStation actually did get a port of Megaton Edition, and that included Duke Nukem 3D and the 3 unofficial expansions, Duke It Out in DC, Life's a Beach, and Nuclear Winter. So yeah, that's greedy of what Gearbox did, taking out the best port that you could possibly get out of Duke Nukem 3D on PC or PS3, but they replaced it with another port that does similar goals like enhanced graphics and lighting on modern consoles and PC, with higher pricing, 8 new official maps, and not including the 3 popular unofficial expansions. I can understand the frustration from people who own the Megaton edition. I bought Megaton back on its launch day, and it had its problems. I remember the crashes were very frustrating, and I think it had some frame rate issues too, all of that jazz, but it was eventually patched, and it made the game significantly better, and it was a good port to buy if you didn't want to order the retail copy from Amazon or eBay. I do agree there should be some benefit for people who own the Megaton edition, like we should get it for free. But yeah, I'm really on the fence with this game. I love Duke Nukem, and I do want to support his presidential campaign by buying this remake, but man, I really wish they had some sort of exclusive access you can get for the new Duke Nukem game, because this game isn't really worth the money, especially when I have no idea if it will have other features like local/online co-op and multiplayer. And how good are these new levels? Are these new levels so amazing that they're going to be just as good as the levels that we love from the original game, or are they going to be average at best? Another thing that sucks is when this game comes out, the backwards compatibility for Duke Nukem 3D on Xbox 360 is pretty much useless, because you have this game, and it's sad that Gearbox could have tried to make Duke Nukem 3D compatible on Xbox One instead of trying to force people to buy this version to play Duke Nukem 3D on Xbox One for Xbox users. I'm currently thinking about buying the game, even though I know it's not worth it, and it's just frustrating on so many levels, like what I mentioned about the Megaton Edition issue, or how Gearbox could have just made Duke Nukem 3D compatible on Xbox One instead of forcing Xbox users to buy this version. But I love Duke Nukem. If you ask me what 90s FPS game should come back and be awesome for today's generation, I'll say Duke Nukem without a doubt. He's still really unique compared to a lot of video game protagonists, and have a lot of personality too. I also believe there is a chance for Duke Nukem to be awesome again. Wolfenstein and Doom did great with their reboots, and before their reboots happened, they both had their black sheeps. You know, Wolfenstein 2009, which I'm sure most people don't even know that it actually exists, and Doom 3 was a love it or hate it type of game. But I know a lot of hardcore Doomers generally look down on that game. The new Duke Nukem can simply just take notes from those 2 reboots and try to build upon it, or see what needs to be improved from those games. That's really all I gotta say for my initial reaction to this remaster of Duke Nukem 3D. I'm gonna buy it, and I'll probably upload some casual gameplay videos of the new levels, most likely, because I already seen the old levels so many times, so I'm starting on the new one, and it might be fun to play it for the achievements again. I'm really glad Duke is back, and there's definitely a possibility a new Duke Nukem game will probably be announced or mentioned next year or 2 years, because this is kind of like a BFG edition for Duke Nukem, where Gearbox is just testing the waters for Duke Nukem's relevancy and an appetizer while slowly building up the new game.